Olha, pode parecer estranho um DJ fazendo música em plena Sala São Paulo. Mas é exatamente essa estranheza que faz o som do norte-americano Mason Bates ser tão original. Misturando música clássica, eletrônica e harmonias de jazz, Mason Bates é atualmente um dos compositores mais tocados pelas orquestras americanas. E como se isso fosse pouco, ele ainda faz trilhas sonoras para o cinema e está compondo a primeira ópera.
When have you started this fusion with classic and jazz and electronica?
Yeah. Well, I think it really hit me about 12, 13 years ago. I had been DJing a lot at night when I moved to San Francisco. So I was writing music for orchestras as like my main pursuit, and I was starting to DJ a lot. And I just kind of started to realize that these two musics could really work well together. The orchestra is like a giant palette, you know, of colors, and I thought there's no reason we can't have electronic sounds with them.
What have you studied before? Classic music?
Yeah, so I studied classical music at Juilliard in New York City, and I guess I studied some electronic techniques.
At the same time?
Yeah, at the same time, but you know, a lot of DJing is sort of self-taught. You don't really go to school for that.
And you write, you compose for movies too?
I've written one film score for a movie that is going to come out in the fall. It's by a director named Gus Van Sant.
Gus Van Sant.
Who is a real visionary.
Elephant.
Yeah, elephant. This movie is called Sea of Trees. It's with Matthew McConaughey and Naomi Watts. And
hasn't premiered here in Brazil yet.
No, I don't think it's come out in the States. It's coming out in the fall. It was really interesting for me to work with Gus Van Sant. He listened to a lot of my music. He's very fluent in music, unlike a lot of directors. He basically let me design the sound of the film.
Do you love her?
And you are composing an opera.
That's
I've
right.
heard, yeah.
Working on an opera about Steve Jobs, the creator of Apple Computer.
Wow.
Might seem like a funny subject, but he's actually a man whose life was stranger than fiction.
Have you seen the films about him, especially Michael Fassbender?
You know, I will admit I haven't seen them because I was a little afraid to
be influenced.
Musicians play their instruments. I play the orchestra.
So Steve Jobs, you know, he was basically a creative individual. I mean, almost like an artist, but his medium was technology. And I think Steve Jobs very much wanted to control all elements of his life, whether it would be a daughter that he had out of wedlock that he did not acknowledge, whether it be his cancer, which he tried to control through very strict dieting, whether it be all the people that he had working for him.
Yeah.
And I think his wife, Laureen Jobs, was the person who said to him, people don't have one button. You're trying to make people behave like these machines, but you need to deal with people like they have a soul. And that's what the opera's about, is a man who changed the way we communicate, but had to learn how to communicate himself. I think classical music has so much great content. I think the way we present it needs to join the 21st century.